Hey, how's it going guys? Phil here, and this is a review for the Enjoy Clean Bidet with hot and cold water. You'll receive the bidet, 6.5 feet of hot water tubing, 2 seat couplers, a 25-inch flexible metal braided hose, 7/8 inch T-adapter with rubber gasket, a 3/8 inch T-adapter with rubber O-ring, and a set of illustrated instructions. The instructions are pretty basic, so let's go ahead and install this together. First, you'll want to shut off the cold water line running into your toilet tank. Then flush the toilet to empty the tank. Next, unscrew your existing toilet seat and detach it from the bowl. You'll be installing the bidet between the seat and the bowl. Because the placements of the bolts may differ for different toilets, the attachment points on the bidet can be adjusted using the seat couplers. This lets you turn the slots in order to line them up with the bolt holes and properly position the bidet and seat before replacing the bolts. When you tighten the bolts, make sure you don't over-tighten since the bidet is made of plastic and you don't want to crack it under too much pressure. Just make sure the seat and bidet are secure and don't slide around. Now you can disconnect the water line from the toilet tank. Make sure to have a catch bucket underneath in case any water drains out. Then attach the 7/8 inch T-adapter, making sure the rubber gasket is installed narrow side up. After hand tightening, give it a quarter turn with a wrench to ensure a leak-free connection. On the smaller half-inch side, you'll connect the included flexible cold water hose. Make sure it's tight, then attach it to the cold water inlet of the bidet on the left-hand side, which matches the cold side of the temperature control dial. Then attach the cold water line to the bottom of the T. If you won't be hooking up the hot water, you can leave the cap on the hot water inlet. To install the hot water line easily, you'll need to have a sink within a few feet of the toilet with an exposed hot water line. If you have a sink over a cabinet, you may need to drill a hole in the cabinet in order to run the line to the inlet of the bidet. The process for hooking up the hot water is similar to the cold water. First, shut off the hot water valve to the sink. Then disconnect the 3/8 inch hose from the hot water line. Next, install the 3/8 inch T-adapter, making sure the rubber washer is installed first. Now unscrew the nut on the side of the T-adapter and thread it onto the connectorless side of the hot water PVC tubing. Push the tubing firmly onto the pipe nipple until it's fully seated. Then screw down the nut over the end of the tubing. Attach the other end to the hot water inlet of the bidet. Then reconnect the hot water hose to the sink. Make sure all your connections are tight, then turn on the hot and cold water lines. Remember to check for leaks at all your connections before continuing. The forward long lever of the bidet controls the temperature and pressure of the water. The smaller dial changes the mode from nozzle cleaning to bidet spraying mode. To start the flow of water, lift the long lever up. Nozzle cleaning mode basically runs water over the sprayer to clean it off if it gets soiled. In bidet spraying mode, make sure you're sitting on the toilet when you turn it on, otherwise water will shoot out of the toilet. I recommend you turn the dial in the desired direction very slowly until you reach the temperature and pressure that's most comfortable for you. When not in use, the spray nozzle retracts to keep it clean, and as you increase the pressure, the nozzle will slowly drop down from behind its cover. The water pressure is actually quite gentle, even at full pressure, but turning it on too quickly could result in some splashing. If it normally takes a while for your water to warm up and you want to use the warm or hot water right away, try running the hot water to the sink before sitting down and activating the bidet sprayer. This will ensure that you get your desired temperature water more quickly. Overall, the installation of the bidet was pretty simple and straightforward. The bidet works well for its intended purpose, and with use over time, you may find that you enjoy using it to wash up a lot more than just plain toilet paper. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and join me next time.